Hey everybody, Ahsoka's streaming on Disney Plus, and the reviews are pouring in for season 1, episodes 1 and 2. With all the buzz and anticipation for the show, how did Disney do with the new Star Wars series? I can tell you that I'm of two minds about Ahsoka. So this is going to have to be a spoiler review because it's taking all of my patience and all of my energy to keep my inner fangirl quiet. It's like I have this insanely happy fan bubbling up inside of me and she just wants to get out. So, oh my God, I totally loved it. I have waited so long to see this series that I was just kind of bouncing off the couch when the New Republic ship got boarded by mercenaries. And I was like, Ahsoka's going to be so mad. So, yeah, you see my mental state. This is what I have been dealing with when trying to pull together the review for these first two episodes. Ahsoka hit so many right notes for me, and I absolutely love the setup for this series, but there are some issues. I'm glad you're here because I have been looking forward to talking with you about this show. It's one of my favorites that's been coming up, so very excited. My channel is still pretty new, and the almighty algorithm would love you to drop me a comment, subscribe for more videos, or just like this video. Thank you so much. That would be really awesome. So, Ahsoka develops this really nice story arc in the first two episodes, setting up the return of Grand Admiral Thrawn. The opening is strong with former Jedi Baylan Skoll and his apprentice Shin Hati boarding the New Republic transport to rescue Ahsoka's prisoner, Lady Morgan. What's great about the opening scene is that we get some exciting Force action right up front, including lightsabers, even if these are the bad guys we're talking about. It was really exciting and really fun to start the series that way. We get a sense of the master and apprentice relationship. Skoll is clearly a mercenary at best and a Sith in the making at worst, but you still get a sense of his Jedi-ness about him. Later in episode 2, Lady Morgan says they'll need to kill Ahsoka. And remember, I did say spoilers. He expresses some sentimentality for the loss of the Jedi Order. He is strong and nuanced. He is a great character. And really, he is a great antagonist for the show. And he's got clear goals of what he is trying to achieve. Even better, he's very effective at his job, which is, when it comes to the bad guys in some of these series, that's not always the case. So the first episode was dedicated to Ray Stevenson, who plays Skoll. Hadn't realized that he had passed away after filming the season. He's such a wonderful actor and such a great person. It's really a loss. And, he will be missed. He was an important part of this series. And I feel sad that he's gone, and but I'm glad that he was a part of this series. I think he was a really good element. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with the rest of the series. Very excited about that, or the season, I should say. So following that flashy opening gambit, we get Ahsoka Tano, played by Rosario Dawson, who breaks into a special site to recover the map that should lead to Thrawn's location. Ahsoka does some fancy lightsaber work to break into the temple, and then again, when some Imperial droids show up. It's also a great opener for Ahsoka because it gives her a high-profile battle with lots of fights and lots of Force work as she escapes from the site with the map. Here's what's interesting about these two opening scenes. Skoll and Ahsoka are mirrors for each other, each showing their Jedi credit in their opening scene and the very different paths that they took in life. It's very exciting, and the imagery and the settings are beautiful throughout the two episodes, making it really feel like the Star Wars universe. Yeah, the look and feel of the series is terrific, and the noticeable CGI is tight and not overused, which is really nice. When Lady Morgan activated the star map and it started glowing, it creates this diagram that kind of rises up above them, and it's beautiful, but it's also really well constructed without being overdone. In addition to Ahsoka, we also see familiar characters from the Star Wars Rebel series, including Sabine Wren, played by Natasha Liu Bordizzo, and General Hera Syndulla, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. It is so nice. It's so awesome to see these characters again, especially in these live action roles. They really nail it. They do such a good job with these characters. And don't forget David Tennant as Hiang, the Jedi's droid. Of course, he is the droid. Seriously, if I find out that Doctor Who regenerates into a robot in the new Doctor Who season, I don't know. I just might die. Right. Okay. So you see how my mind is out of control because of the show. There is so much goodness to enjoy, but there are also some issues. They're small, but they should be noted. For one, I found that the intro music and the sounds were kind of underwhelming and very un-Star Wars like. If you weren't paying attention, you would have missed the opening theme with all those clicks and snaps. I get that they wanted something slow and ominous that includes the sounds of kind of asynchronous drum beats with a kind of a building instrumental, but honestly, it's just kind of meh at best compared to the other new series. It just doesn't measure up. There are also some slow patches in the story, and I hate even saying that because part of me didn't really mind them. I just enjoyed being in the story world again, but there were some slow moments as we lingered a little too long in some of those scenes with Sabine being headstrong so that we could see how she and Ahsoka interact. Also, some of the informational scenes with Lady Morgan also felt a bit too long. However, the buildup between Ahsoka and Sabine really is good, especially with Hera and Hiang helping to steward them along in their reconciliation. It's really nice to see a hero who you love, but who is also flawed. It makes Ahsoka feel so much more real. She's not that kind of chirpy, bright-eyed Padawan from the Clone Wars series, who I love so much. Instead, Ahsoka's a grown-up and matured person. She's turned into a formidable Jedi or non-Jedi Force user. She's lived through a lot and has also developed in some non-Jedi ways, such as how she got the information out of Lady Morgan about where that map was. So the story takes off from there with Ahsoka trying to figure out where is Grand Admiral Thrawn located and bringing in her estranged apprentice Sabine to help read the puzzle map that looks like kind of this round golden Rubik's Cube. What works really well is the relationship between Ahsoka and Sabine and also General Syndulla. I mean, they really capture the energy and the camaraderie that came from the Rebels series. I mean, you still see that there's tension, you still see their frustration, and there is a palpable desire for a reunion between them. But neither of them's very good at giving way to apologies or praise. This is great relationship building that makes their reunion that much stronger when you actually see it happen. You get this moment when you see the look on Ahsoka's face and when Sabine finally tells her she's ready, and the look on Sabine's face when Ahsoka calls her Padawan again. It's really priceless. It's a beautiful moment. We don't get too much more than this from the first two episodes. It would have felt really incomplete if they only made one episode available, since you don't really get enough of a feel for the shape of the story from just that one episode. But with both episodes 1 and 2, you really do see Sabine push back against Ahsoka. You get to see her unlock the map, and you get to see her fight Shin Hati and fail. She loses the map, and it could cost the New Republic everything if they can't find a way to stop Thrawn from returning. This makes it so much more interesting when we see Sabine taking steps to grow and change. And when we finally see her telling Ahsoka that she's ready to return to training, we believe her. And in that moment, there is a spark of hope that they will be able to not just stop Thrawn from returning, but that they may be able to save Ezra too. And that is a great start for this series. I mean, this is like the greatest show, and I am enjoying it so much. I feel like we have returned to the Star Wars universe in a really strong and powerful way. And I'm just loving it. Just loving it. So I think I would like to give a shout out to Dave Filoni, who deserves a lot of credit here. He is a master storyteller. Yes, he has tools and people who keep the details and the storyline straight, but these stories of the entire Star Wars universe are also in his head. George Lucas breathed life into the universe that ignited hope throughout the galaxy. And it was Dave Filoni kind of picked up that baton and is growing the stories within the universe to their next level. I can't wait to see what happens next. I think it's going to be a really great series. Thanks again, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this review. And if you have watched Ahsoka, let me know what you think. Drop me a comment, subscribe for some more videos, or just like this review. Thanks so much. And hey, may the Force be with you. Bye.